If you're gaining weight and it makes no sense, this is for you. I'm talking to the women and men out there who are eating clean, doing everything right, trying to be mindful, and the scale keeps creeping up, or your clothes fit tighter, or your energy feels lower. And everyone tells you the same thing: eat less and move more. That advice is not only outdated, it can make things so much worse. And if it worked, you would not be here searching for answers. So let's talk about the real reasons your body is holding on to weight, not the calories in, calories out bullshit. The physiology, because your body has been talking to you. You just have not been told how to listen. Reason number one: blood sugar instability. And no, this is not just about sugar or diabetes. It's much bigger than that. When your blood sugar swings up and down all day, your body stays in fat storage mode. You could be eating healthy food. You could be eating fewer calories. None of that matters if your blood sugar is unstable. This is something I experienced so many times, and until I knew what to look for, I had no idea this was the why behind my 60-pound weight gain. Yes, you heard me correctly. I used to weigh 60 pounds more than I do now, and I was eating less and over-exercising. That is what my doctor told me to do, and it was horrible advice. To be fair, that is what's in the training. When I worked in conventional healthcare, that line was a dot phrase. What the hell is Tara talking about now? Dot phrases are quick ways to chart, which is necessary in a fee-for-services rendered healthcare system where volume of patients is the most important factor. Practitioners need to be faster, so a dot phrase helps with that. There was one in the system that said diet and exercise. What the hell does that even mean? Rant. Done. Let's get into the pattern I want you to listen for. You get tired after meals. You feel shaky or irritable if you go too long without eating. You get snacky at night. You have cravings that feel out of nowhere. Your mood flip-flops. You get hangry. Good grief, yes. Constantly hangry. I believed it was simply in my DNA. Interestingly, my DNA is the opposite. I run a lot of genetic testing in my practice, and the results are always eye-opening. I believed that it had to be in my DNA that I was so freaking hungry all the time. Wrong. I'm going to pop up on the screen an interesting tidbit about me and my genes. If you're just listening to the audio, I am showing a plate of food. This is a representation of how hungry you feel on a consistent basis genetically. Look at my plate. There's almost nothing on it. Here are a few other potential results someone could have. It does not usually match up, and that is not because the test is wrong. It's because you may not be working with your genes, but against them. For those of you who are wondering about your genetics, wishing you could understand more about your own body, friends, I have an entire genetics program I don't think I've ever talked about, not even once on this show. If you're someone who wants to finally understand your DNA, how your genes impact your energy, mood, detox, hormones, there is a link in the show notes where you can find out more information about it. When you have these types of symptoms, they are not personality traits. They are not set in stone. They are blood sugar symptoms. This is physiology. High blood sugar is not the only issue. Fast drops are even worse. When your blood sugar crashes, your body releases adrenaline and cortisol. That alone makes you store fat. You can be eating salads and protein and still have blood sugar swings if your meals are not balanced or if your stress is high. I was diagnosed, self-diagnosed years and years ago, way before I was ever a nurse practitioner, with hypoglycemia. Low blood sugar. I remember my mom talking about how she had hypoglycemia and all she did was snack on, garbage. She told me that was probably what I had, and so I spent my life believing that I cannot help it and I need constant food. So how did I shift this? You saw or heard that genetically I should have no issues with this. So why was I expressing the opposite, and how did I correct it? I was eating trash like my mom. Doritos, jelly beans, Starburst, shit cereal, and I was always starving. Once I started prioritizing, real food first of all, but protein. Once I stopped snacking all day long, when I brought in fiber, are you eating enough fiber? Probably not. I mean, I probably do not know you, so maybe you are, but most of us are not, and the recommendations, in my opinion, are way too low. I have an episode on fiber, a great conversation. I will link it below and also at the end of the video. You should watch that after this if you missed it. Can you add more fiber and color? And stop skipping meals thinking it will help. Are you working through lunch? Are you sitting down and present when you eat? I sure was not. And even just that one micro habit change can have impactful results. Reason 2 is stress. And this is one most people underestimate. If you are stressed all day, if your mind does not stop, if you go to bed wired and wake up exhausted, your cortisol is running the show. Wired and tired, me to a T, for years. And sometimes I fall back into familiar patterns because I am a human. For all the haters out there commenting on my podcast asking if I'm AI, I am a real person. Sorry you do not like the way I talk. High cortisol changes your metabolism. It tells your body to keep fat, especially belly fat. Your body thinks it is protecting you. If you are running from a tiger or if someone breaks into your house, you better not need to stop for a sandwich. Your body is miraculous and is constantly doing everything in its power to keep you alive. And belly fat is actually a sign of survival. What are your stress levels like? Are you being honest with yourself? Because I was not. Do you rush from task to task? Do you eat while distracted? Do you sit down at night but your brain is still buzzing? Do you crash at 2 or 3 in the afternoon? Do you sleep but never feel rested? Those are signs of chronic stress patterns. If cortisol stays high long enough, your body will not let go of weight. You cannot diet this. You cannot out supplement this. You have to calm your system. Even 5 minutes of slow breathing between tasks, a real break, a quiet moment, something that signals to your nervous system that you're safe. I would love to share with you my Rooted Rituals 7-day reset. Inside it, I teach you simple daily tools you can use to help your body switch out of survival mode and back into repair mode. It is completely free. My gift to you. Comment reset and I will send you the link. If you're just listening to the audio, the link is in the show notes. This is one of the fastest ways we can start losing weight without changing our calories at all. Reason 3, sleep. I know you hear this all the time, but most of us do not understand how fast sleep impacts weight. When you sleep poorly, your hunger hormones shift the very next day. You're hungrier. You crave sugar. You feel less satisfied after eating. And your body stores more fat from the same food. Your gut becomes leakier, which impacts your immune system. Well, every system, but the immune system is my love language. If you wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning, if you toss and turn, if you wake up tired, if you rely on caffeine to feel human, these are signs that your sleep is driving your weight gain. So how do you fix this? Change your sleeping habits? What is the saying? My husband says it all the time. It's simple, but not easy. A consistent bedtime. This is important even on the weekends. There are times when I veer from this because I am dancing, my friend. I do love to dance and then I'm staying up later, but most of the time it is consistent. Less screen stimulation before bed. Recently, I've fallen back into bad habits. I have a ton of excuses, but they will not change this for me. I am the one that has to change. I've been reading before bed for years on my Kindle. The kind with the night screen. Do not come for me in the comments if you do not agree with Kindles or other devices. It works for me. However, I've been using my tablet for the past, well, I don't want to say how long because I know better. And now I'm up during the night and my mind is racing again. I am not rested. What does this do to my health? If you know me, then you know I have multiple autoimmune conditions and I lost my thyroid in the battle. I cannot change the past. I did not know then what I know now. I'm recommitting to myself and my journey of wellness. Who's with me? It is so important to stop eating at least 2 to 3 hours before you sleep. Get some morning sunlight. Today is a dreary, snowy day here. Hopefully I will get those rays tomorrow. Calm your nervous system in the evening and throughout the day. Do a check-in with yourself at least twice a day. I call it bookends. When you wake up and before you go to bed. How do you feel in your body. These small tweaks change your metabolic signals. You also do not have to change everything at once. In fact, I usually do not recommend doing that. Choose one of these 3 mediators of your metabolism and be honest with yourself. As honest as you can be. If this resonates with you, I would love for you to share your thoughts in the comments or send me an email. Let me know what you want to dive deeper on next, blood sugar, stress, or sleep, or if you have a different topic. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. And if you have not seen the video I did on fiber, remember from earlier in our talk, you are definitely going to want to check it out. And I put it up right here. I will see you over there. Bye, friends.